What if I told you the number one reason sports bettors go broke isn't because they don't pick enough winners? It's because of poor money management. In this video, I'll give you 5 tips for managing your sports betting bankroll like a pro. What's up, fellow sports investors? I'm Mike with gamblingandgo.com, and I've been betting on sports for side income since 2001. In case you're wondering, that's over 24 years of experience. Whew, and I've made plenty of mistakes along the way. That's why I'm making this video to hopefully save you some headache and some heartache as far as your betting bankroll is concerned. Here are 5 actionable tips to help you maximize your winnings, minimize your losses, and more effectively manage your bankroll. But before we get started, if you or someone you know have a gambling problem, please sure to reach out to the applicable organizations in your area. For instance, 1-800-GAMBLER is a great resource. There's also several other resources out there depending on what country you're in. We'll put those in the show notes below. Yeah, let's get into the tips. Tip number 1, set a budget. Before you start betting, set a budget for your bankroll and stick to it. I mean, this could be $1,000. This could be $10,000. It could be $100,000. It's going to be different for everyone based on your income, your background, and how much money you have at your disposal that you're comfortable losing. So we can't set a dollar amount on this. This is going to vary from person to person. But never bet more than you afford to lose. You should never be betting the rent money. You should never be betting the grocery money. Never chase your losses, guys. A lot of times the temptation is if you're down for the day, you want to go double or nothing and get even. That is the worst thing you can possibly do. Remember, even the best wagers out there will really only have a small edge over the bookmakers. The bookmakers are not stupid. They don't make a whole lot of mistakes. So yeah, we just got to stay conservative. A famous sports handicapper, Mark Lawrence, often says, bet with your head, never over it. Tip number 2, divide your bankroll into units. This kind of helps you look at things a little more clearly. So let's say your bankroll is $1,000, right? And we're wanting to bet 1 to 2% of our bankroll per pick. So that would mean your average wager size would be $10 to $20 per play. Now, it doesn't sound that exciting, but over time, as your bankroll grows, you can increase your unit size, right? And so don't let that discourage you. If you're starting out with just a small amount of money, stick to the game plan, keep building up those small profits, and over time, you'll be able to bet more and more, but still risk the same overall percentage. Leads us to tip 3. Bet a consistent percentage of your bankroll. Y'all may be shocked to learn this, but most professionals only bet 1 to 2% of their overall betting bankroll on each play. Why do they do this? Because they're smart and they know no matter how good you are at picking winners, there's inevitably a cold streak coming. It comes to every single sports bettor, guys. Doesn't matter how talented you are, it's going to come from time to time. The same way a professional blackjack player is going to go through long stretches of losing, losing streaks. But if you're betting small enough of your bankroll, you can hang in there till the tide eventually turns and you can get back to winning. That's why we want to bet conservatively. That's a huge, huge, huge tip to staying in the game long term. We want to be in it for the long term, not just in it for quick wins. So yeah, this helps avoid the temptation to bet too much or too little on any given bet. Tip number 4, keep a record of your bets. Man, this is a huge tip. I wish I learned this earlier. Made this mistake early on. Cost me thousands of dollars. Finally, I was lucky enough to meet a more seasoned sports investor. He taught me the value of writing down every single pick and studying it, or log it into an Excel spreadsheet. That's what I do now. I'm kind of a nerd. I like to put everything into Excel. You can also use any of the mobile apps that are out there. They help you log your bet. You can log, not only the bet, but the type of bet it is, the amount it is, the sport, and that way you've got more data to study that's only going to make you better long term, guys. The key is you want to be able to identify patterns in your betting behavior and adjust your strategy accordingly. So let's say you're struggling with NFL sides, which is not uncommon. That's some of the hardest lines to beat in the whole world, NFL sides. But let's say you're also hammering NBA player props. Maybe you've been red hot with rebounding or assist props, something like that. So you may want to consider making your NFL sides only a 1% pick, 1%, play per, amount per play, and your NBA player props making them a 2% rated play. That can help you, really zero in on what your strengths are. Ideally, you want to be betting a higher percentage on a sport you're really good at, right? So example, myself, I'm the opposite. I'm never going to bet a high percentage on NBA anything, because that's just not one of my strengths. My strengths are Major League Baseball, college football, and a little bit the NFL. So those three sports are going to be my 2% wagers. Any other sport, I'm only betting 1% because I don't have a proven long term track record of winning in the other sports. Tip number 5, don't let emotions cloud your judgment. This is a hard one here. The goal is, guys, we want to make objective, rational decisions based on research and analysis, not what our gut says or what our head says or what our heart says or anything. We never want to bet on our favorite team just because they're our favorite team. We want to make data driven decisions, right? The key is to avoid impulsive betting behavior, like chasing losses, like we talked about earlier. We want to stick to a sound betting strategy over the long term. Remember, play the long game, guys. Got to be in this for the long haul. Kind of goes back to tip 1. What was it? Bet with your head, not over it. Never bet more than you can afford to lose. If you need help, don't be ashamed to reach out for help. We all struggle with things sometimes. Gambling addiction is a very real thing, or problem gambling is a very real thing. But yeah, that's our 5 tips. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. And check out gamblinggo.com for all your sports betting needs. We're going to link to the full article there in the show notes. Thank y'all for watching. Have a blessed day. We'll see you next time. Take care.